Welcome to Your Known Unknown, where Source and I will help to shed light on what's unknown to you. Happy new moon in Capricorn 2026. Welcome back to the channel if you have seen my face before, and welcome here if you haven't. Welcome first time viewers. We're going to pull a message and see what it is the Spirit has in store for us, wants us to know, wants us to see, our angels, spirits, guides, ancestors. If this reading found you or if it popped up in your algorithm, there's probably a message in here for you. So I'm going to ring a bell and clear the space, cleanse the energy. If you're sensitive to sound, please turn down your volume a bit. Here we go. Let's get cozy. Without further ado, let's get to it. Let's into it. Let's pull some cards for you. Today, we are working with this Capricorn energy of this new moon, and it is so subtle and quiet, yet so profoundly shifting, especially if we allow it to. Especially if we harness it and work with this energy where we work privately, quietly, diligently, and we make that first step into this next cycle a leap, a jump. We're no longer trying to catch our footing. Now we're about ready to take off, and we want to make sure that that's the kind of trajectory and intensity that we're allowing to come through ourselves with our passion, hobby, career, creativities, imagination, our lives, our romance, our relationships, whatever is most important to you. There is a good sense of allowing the paradox of rest to hold true as well. So you're a busy bee, take the time off. Don't burn out. That's the last thing that we want to do, is crash, right? We want to not stop going, and that's really what this is offering us. This new moon is offering us this energy of where have you played your part? How much of your part did you play? And Saturn will come through and reward you with that which you deserve most. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's see what energies this moon wants to show us, the universe wants to show us. You're gonna like this right off the bat. the work that you're putting in is not going to be unnoticed We have the Ten of Cups, we have the Moon, and then we have the Ten of Swords and the Lovers reverse here. Right off the bat, overall first message, Ten of Cups. Satiety, emotional fulfillment. Just not even emotional, but it is emotional. It's more well-rounded positivity, you know? Like you made the cut, you did it, you're doing it. The Moon also being pulled with that. You have a very, very intuitive connection right now, especially if you have any signs in Capricorn at all in your placement. Find out where they're located in your chart, what houses they lay in, and do a little deep dive. Do some self-development. Do a little research. See what it is. Let's put words to what we're working with right now. The Moon is saying you feel, but we also want you to know. Ten of Swords reversed, you're not suffering, you're not ruined, you're not beating yourself up. You're using the wisdom of lessons to your advantage. And that's different, and different is uncomfortable. And so this all seems and feels like a lot. But is it? Or is it only a lot because it's new and unfamiliar territory that you're stepping into or have been in for a while? You're making new choices. You're saying new things. You're going about relationships in a new way. You're going about your life in a new way. And that's the Ten of Cups and the Moon. You're connected in, and you're awaiting your prophecy to unfold, you know? But waiting isn't present. Waiting is anxiousness. Waiting is anticipation. False projecting, you know? We don't want that. We want to study our present self. We want to study ourself. You want to study you. You want to grow you, you know? My ear's ringing as I'm saying that. Or do we just make excuses and say, I don't have time for that because of some bullshit reason? You have a life, you know? What's it to you to sacrifice a year or two for self-development to put you in a place where you can anticipate and be in the present, where you can expect, where you're confident, where you believe in what you believe in? There may be some sacrifices that you have made, are making, or are going to make. Maybe the universe is making you make some sacrifices. Accept it. As soon as you awaken, you realize you have no free will. You have a responsibility. You have a contract, for lack of a better term. Are you going to step up and follow through on that contract? Because so far what I'm saying is, yeah, you are. So I guess maybe my context should have been a little lighthearted, because it's not like you're doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to put the reality of seriousness and how bold and how life-changing this moment in all its superficialness. There's also a depth to it. And all the surface level remedial day-to-day crap that you're going through, there is a deep wealth of connection and guidance that all you have to do is just know to see what it is that you're seeing and believe that to be true. It's your reality. I tend to go back and forth on my belief of, is it my reality or is it our shared reality? And I think to a degree it's both. There are some things that are just left better off unfathomable. You might break something if you decide to dive in to some concepts a little too ahead of your time, you know? This age of information is very educational and intrusive all at the same time. And it could have a lot to play in a lot of people's disruptance of characters and mindsets and patterns and stuff, you know? Might be mine, who knows? Might be yours, who knows? It's coming out for some reason, you know? I don't know why, but wow. Okay, we have the Lovers again. We have the Chariot reverse. We have the Eight of Wands again. Whoa. I'm hearing that you have a connection, maybe, or maybe you have, it's either a connection or a tendency where you're kind of spilling a lot of energy out towards this, and that energy might be more of what you are and have. Ultimately, that kind of comes down to money and time, and maybe you're giving or over expending a lot of it, extending a lot of it, expending. The Eight of Swords came out like flipped first while I was doing this, and then it's the card on top right now, and it's labeled as the isolation card. So there's balances that need to be maintained, and if there's some things that are making your life out of balance, communicate that to the best of your ability. And if you cannot, or if it doesn't work out in the way you are hoping, or if, you know, if your situation seems to get better, but like if you talk to them or something and it seems like it's better, but like really nothing's changed, you know it's time for you to do you, and you know it's time for you to kind of stop spending your energy where it's not reciprocated. ultimately, what this is offering is the whole world opening up for you after that. So if it's a negative habit that you have, you're doing too much of it. If you can discipline yourself long enough to rewrite that habit into something else, you will feel freer. You will feel more aligned, you know. But if it's like a partner, and I have the Lovers card here, so it might be a person, and you might be overgiving what it is that you find most valuable. And it's time to talk about that. And it's time to put a boundary on it. And if that boundary doesn't get respected, it's time to cut those ties. And that's okay. Just remember, they're just emotions. They're not going to kill you. You know, feel them. Be brave, knowing that you could experience negativity. You're gonna, either way, you know. Maybe not in this situation, just in life. Be confident. You can do it. Or, you know, if things work out, hey, maybe the hard karma that you're having to experience is communicating itself. That's something that I've experienced pretty recently. I realized, like, it wasn't that I never felt safe to communicate my needs, but maybe I never felt strong enough in any situation to communicate them. So as scary as it was, I started saying what I needed. And, you know, like, sure, that's upset some people. And when it does upset those people, instead of folding and being like, okay, I take it back, you know, instead of that crap, you know that you would do the same for them. So if they can't grow up and get over the fact that you respect yourself, that you respect your time, that you respect your autonomy, individuality, that you're learning to love your fucking self, and they can't grasp that, chuck them. Chuck them. No matter how sweet or kind they might be, no matter how comfortable that habit you have might be, chuck it. If it's not working for you, that's all I'm saying. Just get rid of it if it's not working for you. Find a way to not let it be the main focus of your energy, because you have a lot of other irons in the fire right now that need your attention. You need to learn how to give them your attention. They will benefit you. They will feed you back, you know? I like it. You're feeling pretty free right now. You know, you're feeling like, well, not free, but more like in control of the like this. She's like dancing. There's a wild stallion behind her, right? And that's what I'm saying. It's like the stallion is free, but she knows she's in control of the situation. She knows that that horse isn't going to run away, but she's letting it be free. She's playing the drums with it. She's partying with it. She's in control with it. She's confident with it. Staying complacent right here and letting the motion move around her. Like, that's what I'm saying. You're confident with knowing that you're in control of nothing, because the universe is controlling all of it for you, and that gives you the comfortability, the comfort, the confidence of the lack of control. You love the universe, and you know it loves you back. So no matter what it might throw your way, 'tis what it is, baby. And you're going to take it by the horns, and you're going to ride it, whatever it is, right? Happiness or pain. The deeper one way you go, it balances itself out one way, and that's it. So you're letting that horse, that co-creator, be free to write a reality for you, and you are focusing on your own rhythm, on your own process. We have the Lovers again. You might think you have a lot right now, like, going on. You really, really might actually have a lot of things going on. And the trajectory right now is simplifying, whatever that means. Kind of going back to what's not kind of feeding you back, cut it out, right? But at the same time, you do have a lot. And you might be having to make sacrifices, and that might be the challenge right now. You might actually even know what your own answer is. And you might not exactly think it's easy, fair, or like it. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Because you have a responsibility. And one way or another, with the kind of faith that you have in believing in what the universe is for you, to you, from you, by you, you're giving it the keys and letting it take the wheel on this one. So when what happens, you'll be prepared, but don't let go of it when you need to let go of it. Don't perpetuate your own stagnancy and procrastination in life. Don't keep fueling your own limitations, all right? You've put in some time believing in intention, journaling, brainwashing your own fucking subconscious. You've done too much work to let yourself hold yourself up because I like it, like, no, you don't like it. You're gonna love what comes. Let the fuck go of it. Sorry about all the language, but it's kind of like that. You don't know. We don't know. We don't know till it happens, and then all of this is just still so ambiguous, right? Or is it? Or is it? I don't know. Maybe right now everything's working out great for you too, and your major focus is this amazing connection that you have. And if that's the case, you're gonna be so happy, okay? This reading isn't necessarily for the people who are having a good time right now. You guys are fine. These cards say you guys are fine, you're gonna be better. But for the other people who have any concern in their life, any questions of whether they're doing the right thing, thinking the right things, or if they're trying to anticipate a future, you got choices to make, and you need to take bold action and honor your choices and honor yourself. even if you don't know if it's the right way or not. You just have to start. You'll figure it out along the way. Fortunately and unfortunately, you'll figure it all out along the way. So don't hold yourself up, because that's the only way you don't figure shit out. Be patient. Temperance card. At the tippy top of the deck. At the tippy top of the spread. Don't act hastily. Out of all the things that I've said, hey, you gotta take action, you gotta make choices, you gotta do it boldly. Just think before you do anything, though. Come on, take care of yourself. Like, you don't go online, hear a tarot reader's advice, and then heed their warning and go quit your job tomorrow. No. Don't go break up with your partner tomorrow. Don't go just traumatize your nervous system and set yourself up for failure by going cold turkey on a thing or everything, and then all of a sudden things start pilfering back into your life, and now you're like, oh fuck, I guess I'm weak, I guess I'm worthless because now I'm smoking cigarettes again. No, you just went too hard too quick on yourself, and you got to relax a bit. You have to create the discipline, create the habits. And it doesn't work if you're like, today I want to quit coffee, nicotine, fucking sugar, and sleeping in late. No, you're not. You're not going to do all four of those continuously forever. You might tomorrow, and tomorrow's going to be a hard fucking day. I guarantee you by the end of the week, you're probably smoking again. You're probably, and then in a month, easily sugar and sleep again. Like, get help if you need help, or don't. Just take care of yourself. Be patient, though. Make strategic moves. Don't just hear it from me. Go hop on any tarot reader right now on YouTube. They're all saying the same thing. They're all saying, hey, be smart with your emotions right now. It's not about quantity. It is a little bit about quality, but it's specifically about how you're navigating this. That's what the focus is more of. What and how are you doing this? What are you offering of value? And why are you doing this? What's your purpose? Right? Ask yourself those two questions. Sit with them in a journal. Give yourself a little bit of time, 15 minutes per question. Like, really, give yourself some time. You're worth the time. Sit down with yourself and stare at one question. What's my purpose for being right now? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? And you stare at that and meditate on that 15 minutes. Bet you'll get an answer before that, especially in silence. And then, what of value do I have to offer? Sit and ask yourself that. Meditate on it. Give yourself 15 minutes. Journal an answer down, or all the answers down. Who cares? Free write. Like, there's this really beautiful synergy between handwriting and subconscious and life in general, the experience in general. Did you see that glare that just went on my wall right as I said that last bit? There's something about your subconscious and it being a part of you and your conscious self and what it's doing for you that some people programmed us as kids and fried us. So our nervous systems, our subconscious is just totally just distorted. And our job is to heal that, to align that, to reprogram that into harmony, balance, growth, abundance, blah, blah, woo, woo. And because of that, like, the universe started to show me things like tarot, and it started to show me things like herbs and these natural remedies. No more Advil for pain. No more, you got a pain in the body, you go to the gym, If you're getting sick, don't eat, you know? Quick tricks, real things that took years for us to figure out, that were downloaded from our awakening. And then all of a sudden now I'm like, what's the most available way to introduce herbs and herbalism into people's lives? And that's with food and cooking and letting them eat healthy, nourishing, organic, safe, clean meals that are nostalgic. Chilies, pancakes, things like that, with like thyme on them, and peaches, and we experiment with prosciutto and all kinds of crap, and all these things, they heal, they vibrate well, and those vibrations sync and meld with yours through you, and they heal you from the inside out. Especially if we all have the same intention, which is to heal and to love and to cherish and be grateful for. Have integrity. If you realize that you're somebody who gossips, practice shutting up. Change yourself. You can. But that's the thing. Our minds work way faster than reality does. You got to remember temperance. And because of that, you can't overstimulate and excite yourself, because you'll burn yourself out and you won't have the same passion or diligence to keep up on those good habits of change. So to be the best you possible, you have to change to be the best you possible. And be easy on yourself, because anything that's anticipating a situation will give you anxiety, and just have faith that you will get the right answers you need, and you will say the right thing, and you will have the right thought at the right fucking time. And that there was no need to worry about, to think about, ruminate about, dwell about, overthink about, whatever, the whole time. If you think about these thoughts that give you crippling fear, anxiety, procrastination, kind of keep you stagnant, if you have these thoughts, but you're a co-creator. It's you and the universe. That means that you're just as powerful. And if you're having these anxiety-induced thoughts, or even just overthinking, you got to slow down. You got to be present. Otherwise, you're just going to freak yourself out. Because I promise you, you will get to say what you need to say at the right time. And if it's never a right time, it doesn't matter if you say it or not. Our thoughts work in coherence with the universe, right? And our emotional body. And our breath is that bridge between those two. Well, those three. Your only job really is to have faith and balance the mind and body, okay? That takes a little time, so be patient, work with yourself, stay diligent. You got this. That I promise. I pulled some runes yesterday for myself, and one of the runes, I'm never going to try to pronounce it, but it represented crystallization in winter, and I was like, right after that, a lot of things popped up that were referring to crystallization and the solidification of what happens after awakenings and things, and who you become and why you become, and what the purpose is of going through the things that we go through in our own individual realities. Like, why is ascending so traumatic? And I just felt really confident, though, pulling that rune, because the next one I pulled right after that was stewardship, and like massive wealth and abundance for these runes. And I love that. I love that for you. I love that for us. I love that for me. It's profound, especially when you allow yourself to believe it. That's when magic happens. Anyways, with that, we are complete. I'm going to take a deep breath and disconnect from this channel. You can join in with me if you'd like. Just be an observer. Make the decisions when the choices are presented. Don't go changing anything right now. Let the change happen for you, and observe and reflect and revise. Observe, reflect, and revise. While you're doing that, work on your dream. That's it. Put effort into your dreams. They will pay off someday. Just don't stop. With that, I love you. I thank you for being here. I thank you just for being. Thank you for receiving me. If you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. I would be forever grateful. Feel free to chime in the comments on how you're feeling this new moon. If you're feeling anything, if there's any different nuances or subtle energies that you're picking up on. I love to know how people are growing up. It's a beautiful experience that can be shared that I feel like nobody really gives people the time of day or true, authentic attention enough to hear and care about what their days are going through, and what's going through their days. And I don't know. All is welcome in this family. So with that, happy new moon in Capricorn, and I'm looking forward to the next time with you. And until then, much love.